Hello everybody and welcome to your full moon pick a card reading for October 17th, 2024. So we have two piles today. On the left is the sun, on the right is the moon. Take your time to pause if you need to focus on each pile. I will put timestamps down below, but I'll introduce this full moon as occurring at 1 degree of Aries in sidereal astrology, and it's in the Ashwini Nakshatra in Vedic astrology. So that is the very first lunar mansion, and underneath the deck, after I was done shuffling, I got the Ace of Wands. So a fiery new beginning under a powerful full moon. Aries, of course, is ruled by the head. So we just celebrated Rosh Hashanah in the Jewish faith, so that is the head of the year. They celebrate by blowing the ram's horn. And the symbol of this Ashwini Nakshatra is the two-headed horse twins. They are the physicians of the gods, and they look out for the sick and the less fortunate, but they are strong, vital, proactive. They take initiative. They're courageous. Aries having to do with the self as well. It's a cardinal direction. It's the beginning of the astrological year. So we have a powerful opportunity to begin something new here, surrounding yourself, your identity, your empowerment. So take a look again at the piles, and I'll see you in your selected pile. Hello, pile number 1. You chose the sun. So we're going to start with your tarot cards, and we'll finish up with some oracle cards. Let's start with the first one. We've got the 8 of Cups, the Tower, the 8 of Coins, 8, 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 88 having to do with Mercury and the movement of the sun in the sky. And then the 4 of Cups. Okay. Wow. All right. So it looks like some of you are changing careers. You're leaving a job or a way of life, a pattern break. You're experiencing something that you're walking away from. You're tearing it all down. The Tower here is not scary. I think this is self-imposed. This is the self-empowerment of the Ace of Wands, taking control, demolishing and removing everything from your life that does not serve you. With the 4 of Cups, we have usually an individual seated under the tree. He's bored with what he sees in front of him. He's drank from the 3 cups and he no longer wants them. He's dissatisfied. So the fourth cup is coming from the hand of God. Here's your opportunity. Here is a new beginning. The 8 of Coins also having to do with the sun in Virgo, surrounding our health. And because Virgo rules the 6th house as well of daily routines and your work and your service. What are you providing to the world? What are you giving to the world? Perhaps you've been misusing your energy in some way, and now you're being given a new opportunity, or an epiphany is coming through on how you can apply your natural given talents, your strengths. What can you highlight about yourself to a potential employer or to the world that shows your true worth? I feel like with the 8 of Cups, you were surrounded by people or places that did not appreciate that, or they tried to dim your light. They tried to knock you down, throw you off balance, make you feel small. But this is a revivification, if that's a word, to bring yourself back to life. You're finding new purpose. This is a leaf. You're really literally turning over a new leaf following this Tower. Again, if people tried to surround you with this, I'm going to destroy you energy, you said, no, I'm going to destroy myself in the most constructive way possible. I am clearing this out of my life. I'm leaving it behind. There are much brighter and better things for me to look forward to in the future here. So let's see what your journey card had to say. Wisdom. Pearls of wisdom. Okay, and then we always talk about the pearl being formed after long periods of irritation. So I think maybe you had to hit rock bottom. You had to the situation may have gotten so bad, but it wasn't a waste of time. You were taking all of this grit, all of this agitation swirling around you. Maybe some of you retreated, clammed up. Maybe you need to practice listening more and talking less, because you're absorbing all of these things and you're transmuting that irritation into something valuable, into something beautiful. And not all the world is going to appreciate that, but that's okay. It's not for them, it's for you. All of this movement, this transmutation is for your soul, your SOL, your sun, your light. So shine like the pearl you're meant to be. Share the wisdom of your journey with the people you encounter. Or it's finally like you finally learn this lesson. The tower is an ending, it's a deconstruction. It comes right before the star. This almost looks star-like. Some kind of this epiphany, like I said, of your real worth. You're worth more as a pearl, and as such, you deserve to be protected. Your creation deserves to be protected, preserved. Okay, let's move on to your alchemy card. Speaking of transmutation, we have the red and white rose, number 49. Actually, it's 59, excuse me, and that's the 17th prime number, which the 17, the star coming right after the tower, Aquarius. A new unexpected change, a new beginning. With the snake wrapping around the rose there, it looks like the staff of Asclepius, which is the healer. We mentioned the nakshatra Ashwini that rules this full moon, that the two-headed horse gods, the twins, they're the physicians of the gods. So there is definitely some kind of healing here, especially healing of self. Like I mentioned, some of you may had to retreat, close off your energy from others in order to gain your power back, to recharge your battery. So the title of this is The Vital Force, Arising and Awakening in the Laboratory. The merging of red and white is an exquisite moment. It means something is coming to life before the alchemist's eyes. The pristine white of the rose is not threatened by the blood red pigment. Their mixing does not make pink. Rather, each color remains vibrant itself, expressing its message. Like the rod of Asclepius representing health and vitality, the flos sapientum appears to signify the awakening of the physical as a gateway to the spiritual. And Aries does deal a lot with the physical body, too, and the physical health. So this is a definite restoration, a polishing, a refining of your physical body. Ailments are being cured. The tower could be, again, a purging or releasing of an illness, mental, physical, or spiritual. Perhaps you just completed a cleansing ritual through that new moon solar eclipse. It goes on to say, without the body, spiritual teachings remain conceptual, not yet integrated into the everyday. This card encourages the alchemist to honor the body as a temple each and every day, observing it, listening to it, mining it for information and guidance. At its height, this card signifies a mastery, a uniting of body to serve the soul's purpose, as seen in the like of dancers, athletes, and during the birth process. What it appears to be is this can be a symbol of the Kundalini, the activation and healing of each individual chakra center. So there's some unblocking that you've been doing. You're restoring the flow of energy to the body with this passion, this fire to cleanse, to renew, to reconnect, and with the help of the physicians. And is it Pliny the Younger that said, "Physician, heal thyself"? So you could become your own doctor this month. Of course, I am not a doctor. Always consult with a licensed medical professional if you feel the need to do so. But I think this is more about following your own personal soul medicine, what you know is going to not only heal your body, but your soul. Underneath, we have then the Queen, 11 for the archetype. Okay, we have a lot of red, orange, and yellow in the symbolism. Orange, red, yellow. With the sun, picking that. We have the lower chakras perhaps being cleansed, cleared, grounded. If there was wounding there, if there was a feeling, a lack of creativity or security or confidence, this is a beautiful opportunity to burst through that. This is even the lotus, right? It's blooming now. It had to go through all that darkness, clear out all the mud, which is what the tower is for. You can use it to your advantage. And this is a number 11. It's a gateway. It's a master number, a new beginning of initiatives, just like the ace. So 111 could be showing a lot for you as well. So the queen is the empress, the mother queen, and the sovereign. Like her counterpart, the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for the divinity itself cradles her heart. This shell looks like divinity cradling you, your heart. It reminds me of the birth of Venus, especially with this divine feminine energy. You are here, and there's another snake showing up. They're always a symbol of change, of shedding the skin when you've outgrown your own body. You've outgrown a way of being or treating your body or your mind. But there is a release here that can happen through this full moon, if not already through these powerful eclipses that we have seen. I feel more you're on the tail end of that transformation, that this is your true rising. We see the sun rising above the clouds, bringing light to the situation. So congratulations on all your hard work. I mean, the tower can be scary. It can be fearful to put down things that are comfortable, things that you've known or always done a certain way. Having that faith to be held by the divine feminine to allow these changes to come through your life. Let's see what your angels and ancestors can add. The High Priestess, harness mystic power. All right, so a lot of you have done a lot of work. I mentioned the lower chakras, maybe dealing with womb healing, and just restoring that feminine balance to your life if it's been out of balance. And underneath we have shaman, trust in higher forces. So you know you're on the right path. You know this had to happen. And I think you are showing gratitude for it. It may have seemed impossible before you even started the process, but now it's like, how could I have ever lived my life without making this change? There was a big split in your path, a divergence. And I was flipping this again for the Queen of the Moon, and this came out 31. This is a 31. So could be October 31st. We have a full moon here. This is a warm moon in the spring, but faith, trust in higher forces. Maintain that, hold that space for these changes to continue through your life. Stay on this path, this ascension path that you have put yourself on, because you've learned your worth. You know that it's time to receive this kind of healing, that you're worthy. All right, we are going to finish off with a few angel cards for you. Got 3 here, perfect. We have obedience, okay, has to do with Saturn. Love and peace. Peace and love, harmony. Because I think you are sticking again, you're obeying your own order, your own will to stay the course. Once you started on this journey, once you decided to walk away, no matter how scary it looked or how difficult it was, you stayed on track. And this is the result. Love of self, love of life, peace within and without, because you had the ability to trust and have faith. All right. Thank you so much, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. We'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the moon, number 32. All right. And we're going to start with your tarot cards and clarify with our oracle. First card we have is the Seven of Wands. The Two of Swords. The Three of Cups. And the Ace of Coins. All right. So, as I mentioned in the introduction, in case you missed it, underneath the deck we have the Ace of Wands. So 2 aces generally means a change of places. There's the Two of Feathers as well, trying to make a decision. It looks like with the Seven of Flames, you know, you're defending your choice, you're defending your position. It may not be a popular choice, but it's your intuitive choice, knowing what is best for you. I think you're putting yourself first this month. There's a celebration with the Three of Cups here. It could be a groundbreaking change, whether it's success, you're getting a clean bill of health. Somebody's getting a raise, getting approved for a loan. But there's something you worked hard for. Mars and Leo with the Seven of Wands. It's defending your position. It's fighting your way to the top. You achieve success, and now you're protecting what's yours. I think you may have had to do a lot of like that decision making, cutting out friends. Some people may not no longer resonate with you. If so, I mean, you can do it with love. You don't have to do it out of anger or resentment. But it's just if you no longer feel connected to those people, then they can't come with you. They can't, if they're not willing to ascend with you, then they're not going to be on this end of the celebration. They have a choice too, just as much as you do. But you can't be responsible for other people's choices, only your own. Okay, let's see what else our oracle cards can show us. Your journey card, we have keep going, yeah. Keep going on the path that you chose. It's leading to the star of destiny. Whatever decision you made, again, you're staying the course, you're staying on path, even though people might try to throw you off center. They may try to tempt you or to pull you this way or that. With the moon in Libra here, with the Two of Swords, some of you may struggle like this. I know this is the right thing to do in my head, but my heart says no. In the end, though, you're going to follow your heart with the Three of Cups. And you're going to trust that you're not going to fall off the path. There is no way. And your, okay, archetype card, we have Gnosis. That's going to be number 75. All right, so this is inherent, innermost knowing, mystic truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of these senses. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies like involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling. Not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip toward mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of Gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. So I mentioned, defending self, the courage to defend your choice, your heart. You know that what you have decided is the correct choice. There's no doubting yourself. This full moon's bringing you a lot of confidence in the changes that you've decided to make recently. And I don't know why I want to lift that up. Oh, that was from the last reading. But anyway, we're going to see what your, Sun Splendor. So maybe you are drawing to pile one. The two feel kind of connected anyway. So this is number 53, the Soul Splendor, S-O-L or S-O-U-L. The color schemes in these are remarkably similar. They both have this rainbow, this prism effect, the splitting of the light into different frequencies, mentioning this ascension from lower vibration of the red up to the higher Gnosis, the connection with God, the purple. All right, the crown chakra. All right, so the title is Generosity, Health, and Abundance. Well, the abundance is apparent there in the Ace of Coins. Revel in the glory of splendor, Solus. There are several cards in the alchemy deck that relate to the sun, yet this card specifically depicts the long-term effects of its radiance. Think abundance, fulfillment, and altruism. Mentioned that the Ashwini Nakshatra has to do with, caring for the sick or the underprivileged. The sun and the Aries being related to health, vitality, the body. Okay, envision celebration and collaboration, but is it possible? In our complex world, the Sun Splendor says yes, one day and one ray at a time. When Splendor Solus arrives in the laboratory, the alchemist realizes that kindness and generosity are the secret ingredients. All the other paths fall away, and we focused on a singular path here, and that's the path of kindness and generosity. That could be the Three of Cups too, the collaboration, the sharing, the healing, the caring. Through giving back to others and the world, we become more like the sun itself, radiant light and expecting nothing in return. Don't know where to start? Thank someone, then thank another person. Soon the alchemist finds they are not alone in their laboratory, and miracles arrive, both small and large. All right. The Sun Splendor is a card that indicates long-term overarching success and health. Though it is practiced daily, it accumulates into an ongoing narrative for the querent. So I mentioned a clean bill of health for some of you. Could be celebrating that. Scarcity often prevents us from feeling the sun's abundant splendor. Give freely today, give anonymously even, then take note of how you feel. Well, there's plenty of charitable needs out there in the world today, unfortunately, with these perpetual crises that the world is giving us. So if you feel called to get involved in a humanitarian aid effort, you can do so, and it'll probably bring you great satisfaction. And this we have acceptance. Okay, so if you're willing to give help, somebody will gladly accept your help. You could get a beautiful sense of purpose here out of your giving thanks and giving to others. Let's see what your angels and ancestors can add to this. One card, please, for pile 2. All right, the Lord, take charge with authority. So there's that masculine power of Mars and Leo. So you may have to be the organizer, the leader of this group, this collaborative effort. You may have to be the one to step out. I feel like you're feeling brave. You don't have any worries of, it's like you got this. You're confident in this direction, like I said, that you've chosen to take this project or your passion. Here we even have the ram's head in the back, the 2 ram's heads. All right. And this reminds me of the Emperor card, which is also ruled by Aries. Okay, so you could have that strong in your chart, or it could just be this activation during the full moon at the 1st degree of Aries with the Ace of Wands, taking initiative, leadership. You're being called up. Underneath, we have summer, bask in joy and light, emphasizing once again, this is your great work. This is the sun's energy that is fueling you. And finally, we're going to end with a couple of angel cards, please, for pile 2. There's 1, 2, 3. We have creativity. All right, that has to do with your sacral chakra, the orange, yellow, red. Okay, and grace. All right, moving gracefully into this role of leadership, being humble, not being consumed by the shadow side of ego. And then acceptance. We had acceptance show up twice now. You could have applied for a job. This is you being accepted into a group or into this leadership role. Or just accept the gift, accept the blessings that you're being given here in the Ace of Coins, the gift of motivation. All right, and it's going to multiply tenfold for you. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, Pile 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be well, and we'll see you next time. Bye.